What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Smoke Spray Pray. Welcome to another very exciting episode of Smoke Spray Pray Live. Right now, I'm here with my quarterback, Mr. T Mac. We're in Dallas trying to solidify our spot into the Hall of Fame. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. We're trying to get into that Hall of Fame, yo. We're trying to get into that Hall of Fame. Yeah. Long story short, we have a couple goals that we have to do in order to get that. I'm mad. I'm gonna do this whole nother career again, guys, because I want to do it with all check marks. I can't stand the fact that he has that red X mark. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. With that being said, I will be starting another career soon. But I'm gonna go ahead and just finish out this one.
Often what we see is that a division opponent who you play 2 times a year becomes a marquee rival. Which team was that for you?
There was already a very long and storied history between the two franchises. And then things escalated, simply because of modern technology.
No problem.
The first thing that came up during media availability that week was the back and forth on social media. It seemed as if I had entered into the league's most talked about rivalry overnight. Yeah, I could have left it alone, but when someone runs their mouth, sometimes you need to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Cook up a 40 burger. Alright. They want me to cook up a 40 burger on these dudes.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 18 carries, 108 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Get your ass down. Wow. Yeah.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete.
That wasn't pass interference. Are we trying to look for no flag? Trying to look for a flag.
On the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Got him.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. That'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I like that play.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, Charles, it's always
he's going to break them all the time.
Even a little spicier than we're used to. The well-documented war of words on social media.
He's going to break them all the time. He's going to break them all the time.
Added a layer of intrigue.
You're absolutely right, partner, because this social media beef that kicked things off, it spilled over into the midweek press conferences. It's dominated what people have talked about around this game. For most people, they think this is ridiculous, maybe even a little childish. But let's go back to when we were younger. This was just what we called bulletin board material, and this stuff has made this game the most talked about regular season matchup I can remember. So no complaints from me. I doubt there are any complaints from you. We can't wait to see how this plays out on the field. And that's the thing to remember.
$57 million. With a $58 million bonus. God damn.
Social media. It's going to be
That
whose
boy
team
making
wins
good
the ball
money.
game in this contest.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, Mack. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mack dancing to his left. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. On the move to his left.
Got it.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go down and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And he returns this to the 22.
Come on now, let's do this. At their own 22-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Wentz now to throw. Wide open receiver.
Got it.
Complete. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Mack rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. 6-0 our score after 1.
The score, Cowboys 6, Eagles 0.
Off the bootleg. Mack rolling to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Get your ass down.
And scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Page. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And we roll tape now on his solid performance.
And what we've been seeing so far is a great combination of finesse and aggressiveness in running his routes and making plays. That's what you want in any type of a receiver. The guy knows exactly what to do on a given play and ends up making the plays that help your team win.
On 1st and 10, Mack forced out to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack, and they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now. Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Downs at the 1-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll take it in the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just 1 score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
After right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This one fielded at the 5. Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. You know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing.
God damn it.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker.
Under pressure again, and down he goes
These
again.
motherfuckers keep.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Third and 30.
Something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Still going for it. Fuck that.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been
On 4th and 30.
by the offense here in the first half. After that possession,
I'm going for it. Fuck that.
with this offense.
Got it.
And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys
4th and 30.
extend their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Wentz now on first down. He's got it wide open, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So first and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And That's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And now it's second down. Now Wentz again.
What the fuck? Why would he just stop? He had the fucking...
15 shy of the 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Wentz now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's caught. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Wentz on target to Rager. And that's going to be caught for the Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Austin McGinnis for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. The flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we reach halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. Let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. Don't stop that ball. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big game.
And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Mack eluding the pressure right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
end zone now. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cooper again the target, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again. Mack steps away. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Holding.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to take this one back to the 36.
Boy, got hit hard.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll fire this deep, and this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Operating from the gun, Mack. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And it's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Oh!
His guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Page. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And quickly finding Rager. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, the offer can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now left side on the swing pass. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, it's Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, I know the Greenwoods always say to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Eagles 14.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
To throw is Wentz. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
God damn it.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles get a score closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all total. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Looking to throw. Mack.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people.
Yep. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I need a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wentz.
Come on, man.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
Oh, that was my guy. I was supposed to be defending that guy.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 6 yards away. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
They might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play, because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Give me the dirt, scrape up.
Lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Eagles 29. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielding just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 15. A minute 51 on the clock. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Throw left side complete. It's Page. He will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Page. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point splits the uprights as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. In the fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute,
2 plays.
just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep to... It got his man complete. And he finally goes out.
I can't believe he caught that shit. Wow. That's crazy.
For a quarterback, there's 2 sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35.
Wentz's pass intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Cooper's got a big game going. That's complete again. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mack. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So I'm thinking it's not going to take too long to get a reaction from this quarterback now that this one's over.
You'd certainly think so, considering how eager he was to go back and forth with trash talk ahead of the game. But then again, oftentimes the best course of action to get under your rival's skin might be just to move on. Leave it alone. Put him in the spotlight today. Now you take the spotlight away from him.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
I thought things were behind us after the win in our first meeting. But when I found out this dude was running his mouth again, calling our win a fluke, I just couldn't believe it.
Yo, what's you?
What's up, Jimmy? How you, brother, man?
If he wanted a show, I was ready to give him a show. I'd already backed my words up once, so I had no problem saying that I'd do it again.
I'm doing great, and you?
Good, good. Thank you for asking.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State. For the first time, Miles Sanders. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The numbers for Sanders last week, 19 carries, 71 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success. And we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has pass catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular
God damn it.
plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
22 yards there, a first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders.
Oh my God.
What a juke into space.
Holding on the offense. Bring that shit back.
Flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go in the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw here on 2nd down.
God damn it, I missed the tackle.
Inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it.
And Sanders has it poked free.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Wow. That ball was not for him. But the teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders.
Damn.
He's in. Run Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback. on first down. Mack. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going
Hold on to the fucking ball.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run.
Oh, my God.
It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Fuck that.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get there.
Oh, come on.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously.
Come on.
Very quick sack. They'll run with Sanders.
God damn it. Oh, that's not a good start.
Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to get themselves back up and help their
Oh, you can't just hold on to the ball.
Recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And a quick throw here.
Go.
It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Letting one fly deep from... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays. I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Only time for me to go, my friend, so see ya.
Thanks for dropping by, Jeremy. Have a good one, brother.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. From the gun, Mack buying time to his left. And
yes.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Need a turnover, y'all. Need a turnover bad.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
Oh, my God. Really?
And now look at this.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And his guys will take over.
You fucking asshole.
We have seen this before. And we know coaches.
Take this motherfucking stuff. Bitch. Yes. Good hit stick. Good hit stick.
Put it away and secure it as they try to get downfield.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Wide open.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will find his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Ah, come on, make him fumble.
Because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 to first.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 35. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh.
He's forced down left. And he'll be
Why wouldn't he jump? Oh, my God, boy. He is not dropping the ball.
nice work to get 7 out of that. And
All
it's
right.
second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Get that motherfucker. God damn, he got all day in the pocket.
Touchdown.
Motherfucker got all day in the pocket.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. Able to slither by. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful.
Come on.
And down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Mack.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. A big pickup of 38.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll try again with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Elliott. And did he get
Got it?
Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. 28-21, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 28-14 was your final score. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Drew Lock, strong in the victory, as his guys managed to cobble together their third win in an otherwise dismal campaign. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive, and he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they got to feel much better about where they are.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big jump play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Sanders. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, he took the hit one-handed. What a grab. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Mike McCarthy's saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Following the fumble recovery, Mack flushed out right. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Looking to throw. Mack, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 40. the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark. Help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Back. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning. The drive there is they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And the fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And last time the turnover on the fumble. And then we're in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Eagles.
Wentz going to throw. Rager catches it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And He's got his man on the out route. That catch good for only a couple.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
First and 10. Got their own 18-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game. They got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 41 yards. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but now it's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Back to throw. Mack, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
One final try now for Wentz. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our